Welcome to Town Manager's Corner. My name is Scott Lambiase. I'm your town manager. And this is the second in a series of segments that we're doing. I'm working with Kim and Kevin Tachi. My goal is to go out and about the town and to visit with different department heads and different departments and just let all the viewers know what we're up to, what the departments are doing, what the department heads are doing, and what's going on. Today I'm at the library and I'm excited to introduce you to Deborah Grimmett, and we'll meet her in just a minute. But first I'd like to give you a recap of the July 27th Board of Selectmen meeting. It was our first live meeting in a while, so that was great. It was nice to actually meet in person and have it open to the public. We were able to conduct some public hearings, which is very important for us to get the business of the town done. I submitted my goals and objectives for the next year or so to the Board of Selectmen. And we're going to have our next meeting. We're going to continue to meet and hopefully into the foreseeable future. Obviously we're following our CDC guidelines, our state, local, and federal regulations. Other boards and committees are also beginning to do this now, so please keep an eye on our bulletin boards, keep an eye on the ABCAM bulletin board, and just so you know when they are live if you wish to attend. Again, we have to follow the guidelines, which will limit our indoor meetings to a maximum of 25 people, and if we do run into a meeting that is going to require more than 25 people, we may not be able to hold it. But with that, as I said, we're at the library today, and I'm very excited to be here, and I'm excited to introduce our Library Director, Deborah Grimmet.
Hi, Scott. I'm happy to welcome you to the library. It's
Thank
nice
you.
that you actually get to see the inside of the building. You see it every day when you come to work, but you haven't actually been inside before, so this is great. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And so your official title is Library Director, and can you just explain to everybody what exactly the Library Director does and what it means?
Library Director is responsible for seeing that the library carries out its mission, which is to meet the informational needs of all residents of Abington from birth through senior citizens. We also provide recreational reading and things like that. We are normally, in normal times, a community hub or a community center. The 21st Century Library is a place where people go to meet, to stay, to study. People with children come, kids can play. We have blocks, we have toys. So normally, a normal version of the Abington Public Library is a community hub. And I'm responsible for making sure that everything works, everything goes along, and that all of our residents get the information or recreational reading that they want and need.
Amazing. And it is a beautiful building, and I think you said it was built in 1989?
No, 99? Built in 97.
Okay.
We moved in December of 97. So the building is roughly 22 and a half years old. For those of people out there who haven't been in, we were very excited to have capital plan funding in the past fiscal year for carpeting. Carpet was installed in late February and early March. We closed. We opened, I think, for 7 or 8 days and then had to close again due to COVID-19. So people who haven't been in, we do have new carpet.
Well, and speaking of, we had to close town buildings for COVID-19, and we are starting to reopen slowly. Town Hall has been open for a while with certain conditions and restrictions. Can you tell me about what you've had to do, because you are finally reopening?
Yes.
Which we're all very happy to say. And can you just go into, because I know you sort of pioneered with the Curbside Pickup, and can you just sort of give us that transition of what you've had to do with, related to all of that?
Sure, it's been interesting. Curbside began, the state allowed curbside on Monday, May 25th, I think, which was Memorial Day. So we started curbside on May 26th. And curbside pickup essentially means filling holes that people have placed through the system, or people can call us and ask for what they want. We have a dedicated email box. We get emails from people and they can ask for what they want, We'll get it checked out to them. We set everything up in the meeting room. For those of you who've been to a program, the meeting room looks very different right now. It's full of books. And people call when they arrive in the parking lot, and we'll run their books out to them. We have a little table. So it's essentially contactless pickup.
And that's ongoing, even though you do have some hours that you're open to the public, you are still providing that as a safety service.
Yes, and it's really been very popular. We have a lot of people who I think are just not comfortable going in places yet. I think Curbside Pickup is going to be with us for quite some time to come. And it's fun. It's been fun for the staff because we frequently get requests for books for a 4-year-old girl who likes princesses, or books for a 7-year-old boy who likes dinosaurs, or books for an adult who likes historical fiction. So therefore, the staff gets a chance to do some readers advisory service, which is fun. That has been an upside for us, and really positive responses when we connect somebody with a stack of books, and they'll email us or call and tell us how happy they were with them and ask for more.
So it is nice because the interactions are still going on and more frequently now.
Yes.
Okay, and now you are open, like we said, to the public also. So what is that like now? What was that transition? What's the difference? And what can people expect, I guess, when they do come here?
People need to expect a very different library, at least for the foreseeable future. Guidelines for opening for libraries require things like one-way pathways as much as possible. We have plexiglass shielding at the circulation, the children's, and the reference desks now. We're trying to, right now, following guidelines, we're trying to limit people's visits to 30 minutes. The chairs will get put away when we're done with them. Unfortunately, we're not at the point yet, public health-wise, where people can come in and sit and stay. I am hoping that that day will come soon. We also now have a greeter right inside the doorway to kind of help people get positioned. Masks are needed, and we're asking people to clean their hands after they come in the building, just to kind of help with browsing and touching books and things like that. When anything is returned to the library, so after any library materials have been in someone's home, they have to be returned through the outside book drop. You can't bring them into the building anymore. And we pull them and put them on carts and quarantine them for a minimum of 72 hours. Those are guidelines from the CDC and from a project funded by the Ohio College Library Consortium called the Realm, which is reopening libraries, archives. It's one of those acronyms that just kind of goes on. The Realm Project has studied how long virus lives inside of library books. So the idea is when someone takes a book home to read it, it should be virus-free.
Good. Now, we're all looking forward to going back to normal sometime in the hopeful foreseeable future. And so what kind of expanded programs, or what would you like to see, maybe to expand upon after the first of the year, or whenever you can, we're back to opening up 100%?
First thing we would like to do is get back to in-person children's programs. We have a very active children's room with 3 toddler programs a week, story time, after-school programs for kids. Our children's librarian also visits the schools. So in terms of normalcy and getting back to things, we'd like, the children's room is most important. In our service priorities, children's services has always been the top priority for the trustees and for the community. So we'd like to get back to that. I would like to, for adults, I'd like to see my book clubs in person. We have programming going on Zoom right now. Story times and toddler programs are available. Those are actually not on Zoom because of licensing requirements, but they're available with a link on our website. We have to follow publishers' guidelines for things like that. I'd like to see book clubs, adult book clubs in person. We'd like to get back to Abington Reads, our Abington Reads program for 2020, which is typically held in spring, February, March, April. Really never got off the ground due to COVID-19. So I'm looking forward to an expanded and exciting Abington Reads program for 2021. And then other things that we've thought about, beyond getting back to where we were with programs, I haven't gone a lot further. We're hoping for next summer's summer reading program to be really, for the kids to be a big splash type program with lots of things. We've had virtual programs this summer, and we certainly have people reading. People are definitely participating in the online version of our summer reading program, but I'm thinking that we're going to ramp things up a little bit for next summer and just celebrate having people back in the building.
Great. Well, it's been very informative to me, and I'm very glad to finally get in here and actually get a good look at the building, and it is beautiful. You keep it extremely well maintained. I think the town can be proud of the building for sure. So is there anything else you'd like to talk about or tell the viewers or let them know about anything at all?
I think I'd like to let people know that we are here. Right now, we're open 2 days a week. Over the course of the next 6 to 8 weeks, we're going to increase number of days and hours. So I am hoping by early October, we'll be back to a 5-day-a-week schedule, and one of those days should include Saturday. That is the plan. I know Saturdays from October through April, when the weather starts getting good, Saturdays are very important to our community. So we're looking forward to expanding hours. I also do want people to understand that the library does look different now, and that it will for a little while, but we will get back to our normal operations and become the community hub that I think people expect. Also that, speaking on behalf of the entire library staff, we have missed seeing people. And so if you're out right now on Tuesdays and Thursdays, do swing by and see us. And for our senior citizens, like many grocery stores, we do have a dedicated senior hour right now, both Tuesday and Thursday from 10 to 11. So we'll ask the rest of the community to respect that and give our seniors a chance to come in and get their books. And we're looking forward to seeing everybody.
And again, the curbside pickup will still be available, and the simple email, phone call.
They can call us. The dedicated email box is abpickup@ocln.org. And if you can't remember that, just give us a call and we'll tell you. And yes, or place holds using the Old Colony Library Network system. And we are starting to see delivery from materials from other libraries. So people who had things on hold back in March that didn't come because delivery shut down, at some point in the next few weeks, you may get a phone call that you have an item here to pick up that perhaps they've even forgotten they had on hold. So it's exciting. It's exciting to see things start to normalize.
Great. Well, thank you so much, and thanks for having me here. And I want to thank Kevin and Matt from AbCam. They've done a great job as usual. That's going to be a wrap for today's segment. Looking forward to our next segment. Hopefully within a couple weeks we'll get something out, and who knows where I'll show up. Thanks again.